Stupas for the Sailor Nation, but this morning you could call us the Scary Nation as the high school community celebrates Halloween. Everybody was really excited for this year's celebration, especially since they could not celebrate last year due to Hurricane Sandy. This morning, Student Activities sponsored a costume contest that was judged by the faculty. Later this morning, the Key Club will sponsor a faculty costume contest. Competition will be stiff this year, with Mr. Bruno dressed as a clown, Mr. Musto dressed as Pinocchio, and Mr. Gary dressed as a jellyfish. The students didn't slack either, and there were several young men who turned out to be beautiful women. And the student winners were, for funniest, Mimes; for most original costume, Pirate on a Skateboard; for best couple, Alice and the Mad Hatter. The best group went to Dan Villella, Tom Moran, Pat Broder, and Tim Carey. The best overall 4 winners went to Dracula, the Marine, Zombie, and Jesus.
I am the one who knocks.
Hi, this is Jackie Ziri. Another fun part about today is that teachers were able to incorporate the spirit of Halloween into their lessons. As you can see behind me, Miss Miller's video students are learning how to do special effects makeup. The students in Miss Kobus' forensics class were able to solve a Halloween-themed crime. Students were divided into 2 teams. One team set up the crime, while the other team examined evidence by discussing the possible suspects and examining fingerprints to try and discover the identity of the killer.
I think the killer was Sarah!
Also, Mr. Rugolo in the science department had a great lesson with chemistry. Let's send it to Maddie Kroll for the details.
Hi, I'm Maddie Kroll here with Mr. Rugolo, a chemistry teacher here at Oceanside High School. So Mr. Rugolo, we've heard that you do something really cool and interesting for Halloween. Can you tell us what it is?
Sure, I do a demonstration on Halloween. Actually, all the chemistry teachers do it. It involves a pumpkin who has a bad reaction to what we say is sugar or candy, and it throws up into a garbage pail. It's the vomiting pumpkin demo. It's a good lesson for the kids. They get to see some chemicals in action, and it's also just a good time to say, don't eat too much candy, because, as you know, eating too much candy can give you a bellyache, right?
Mm-hmm. That sounds really interesting. Can you tell us maybe some of the science behind it?
Sure. It's a reaction that actually happens anyway. It's a reaction with hydrogen peroxide, which a lot of people have in their cabinets at home. And it decomposes over time, which is why it's in a brown or a blue bottle sometimes, because light can speed it up. So what we do in class today is we catalyze the reaction. We make it happen even faster by adding a potassium iodide catalyst to it. And in doing so, it makes the reaction happen so fast that you can actually see it. And there's some soap in there just to give it some nice foamy, vomity consistency, which is pretty gross. It's a good time to do it because you just learned about chemical bonding also, why students have. And hydrogen peroxide is a molecular compound, and potassium iodide is an ionic compound. So they get to think about the bonding and things like that as well.
Mr. Rugolo also conducted an experiment using dry ice, which has a temperature of negative 109 degrees Fahrenheit. He placed the dry ice into beakers filled with colored water, which made the water boil at room temperature. This is one of the many science events Oceanside has throughout the year.